Hi guys, when your boss forcefully dragged you into his bedroom, Taehyung, Taehyung, a maid knocked on Tae's door who was lost in his own sweet dreams. What? Tae jolted awake by the sudden loud noise. Young master is calling for you, the maid replied. Ah, why the hell that man had to wake up so early in the morning? Tae mumbled, getting up from bed in his pajamas, walking upstairs sleepily. Young master, can I come in? They asked as he entered inside young master's room but found him nowhere. But the bathroom door was closed, so he knocked on it. Come inside, Jungkook replied as another maid who filled his bathtub left from there and they entered inside. Jungkook was the young master for whom Taehyung had started working just yesterday, and the task given to Taehyung was to help Jungkook bath. We are right, but it's true. When Taehyung asked the reason behind it, a maid had told him that Jungkook was afraid of water, so he preferred a servant with him. But Neo Tete literally thought that he had to wash Jungkook and help him in bathing. So, young master Tae whispered, looking at Jungkook's strong shoulder from behind as he stepped inside the bathroom. His cheeks flushed when he met Jungkook's gaze. He remembered what had happened last night when he helped Jungkook bath. Flashback last night. Jungkook was sitting inside the bathtub as they entered slowly. He looked at Jungkook's back, stepping closer and closer, and slowly crouched beside the bathtub. They forwarded his hand and gently placed on Jungkook's back. Jungkook, surprised, looked behind. What in the world? Who's this? Jungkook thought as his eyes wandered on the small figure and the soft hands touching him, and suddenly his not so junior JK. No, no, Jungkook, don't think dirty. Jungkook closed his eyes before opening them again. Who are you? Jungkook asked in his deep, throaty voice as he tried his best to not attack this small, sweet, beautiful figure. Young master, I am Kim Taehyung. It's my duty to help you bath. Tae replied timidly, his eyes widened when he saw hard Jungkook with water dripping his tan skin. Then Tae slowly took shampoo from bottle in his hands and rubbed it gently on Jungkook's scalp, who turned around, leaning back, feeling ecstatic. But Jungkook clenched his jaw to stop himself when he felt Taehyung's breath falling on his neck and his front pressed on his back. Ha! Jungkook moaned out loudly, feeling the softies from behind. Tae's eyes popped open, hearing the sound, but he ignored it, trying to behave professional. It's a job for him. Then Tae scrubbed Jungkook's back and shoulder, feeling the hard muscles under his palm. Then, wow, he's so strong and handsome too, they thought. But then he shouted, Eee! Because Jungkook stood up and left the bathtub clearly, and they saw his junior. Oh, here comes the cutie. Jungkook smirked as they again kneeled beside bathtub ready to wash his hair. After bath, Jungkook wore his suit, getting ready for his office. When he was going out, he saw Tae smiling with a servant boy in the garden. His steps stopped, but then he shook his head, smirking. Another disgusting human. That innocent looking face is just a facade. I should have known that before. Jungkook scoffed, thinking about the smiling Taehyung while he drove to his office. Ah, why? I am just thinking about him. Jungkook smashed his laptop shut as his mind wandered to the kneeling Taehyung in front of him. He'd rising, he drove back to his home and shouted for Taehyung. Taehyung, come to my room, Jungkook ordered to Taehyung, who was watching television in the living room. Oh, he's back early, they mumbled, walking upstairs, following Jungkook to his room. They entered inside to find Jungkook manspreading on the bed, staring at him. Look at him, standing so innocently after ruling over my mind, Jungkook thought. Come closer, Jungkook said his voice, and they stepped towards the bed, gulping. Jungkook was staring at him like one of those hot actors in the movies who grab their lovers and kiss them. As Taehyung reached closer, Jungkook by one hand pulled Taehyung onto his lap. Tae's small body landed on Jungkook's strong, muscular thighs, while a small, surprised, startled voice came out from Tae's mouth. Jungkook's hand rested on Tae's shoulder while his other hand encircled his waist. He's so small and lightweight, but he has wide and round that I felt earlier in the bathroom. Jungkook thought about Tae's body. Young master Tae panicked when he landed on Jungkook's lap. Why is he touching my waist? Why is he breathing near my neck? Why I am suddenly feeling so hot? I mean, young master is handsome and want him to kiss me. No, control, they control your dirty mind, stupid. Jungkook, who was inhaling Tae's floral scent, feeling himself calm, and his regular headache was also gone, heard Tae's sweet voice and he let go of Tae. Get out, Jungkook said, his tone angry, to a confused Taehyung who ran fastly to the door and closed it. What's wrong with him? These rich people think they can do whatever they want, they mumbled, pouting as he felt angry because Jungkook told him to get out. Meanwhile, Jungkook grabbed his hairs. Why did that little thing have so much influence on me? Why? Jungkook talked to himself. He remembered the day clearly when he saw Taehyung for the first time. They was standing on the side of the road, handing flyers to the walking people, smiling, but a fake one. But then he ran to the ice cream vendor and licked his strawberry ice cream and smiled, a real boxy smile, and that smile did something to his heart. The cute, pretty, poor boy on the roadside made him feel something which no rich, beautiful girl had ever made him feel. Then Jungkook tried to find him, but the pretty boy was gone. He was unable to find him, but suddenly, a week later, he found him, Kim Taehyung, begging desperately to the headmaid for work in his mansion front yard when he was standing in his balcony. That pretty face should only smile and not wag, Jungkook thought, and called headmaid to hire Taehyung as his servant. But now Kim Taehyung was in front of him, and still he had the same nervous feeling whenever the boy was close, and that sinful body make him lose his mind, but he can't bow to him because he is the great John Jungkook. Few weeks passed, everything fell into routine. Taehyung helping Jungkook in the shower and Jungkook acting like a prick whenever he saw Taehyung talking to another security guard or driver or any other man. But Taehyung ignored his master's behavior, thinking about saving money for his future, as this job is a lot better and gave him more money than others. One evening, Jungkook was getting ready to go a gala night. That event was important to him and his heart wanted Taehyung to be his partner for the night, but his egoistic mind refused. Still, he thought he will say, Kim Taehyung, you have to accompany me tonight, as I do not want anyone leeching to me for today's event and it's an order. Jungkook planned. and entered inside his mansion. He straight went to Tae's room, but it was empty. Where is he? Jungkook asked directly to head maid. Sir, Taehyung is in the backyard, she replied and walked away. Jungkook strided towards the yard, smiling, thinking that they will be plucking some flowers as usual because they loved them, and Jungkook secretly watched him from the balcony. But his smile stopped, his expressions turned sour when he saw the sight in front of him. Ha ha ha, stop it! They was laughing, giving another man his boxy smile. The young security guard, who became friends with Taehyung from starting days. Jungkook ignored it in the start, but not now. They was running and the guard was splashing him with water with a pipe. They was fully drenched. His clothes were wet, and he was smiling like a fool. How dare he? How dare he laugh like that? Are they boyfriends? Lovers? Jungkook's mind thought of many possibilities, but then Taehyung stopped, his smile frozen when he saw his master. Inside now, Jungkook ordered and Tae bowed his head, entering inside as soon as they entered. Jungkook grabbed him by his shoulder, pinning him to the wall. Listen, Kim Taehyung, never, I said never ever, go out of this mansion without my permission, nor you will talk to that boy or anyone other. Did you hear me? Jungkook squeezed his arms painfully, making Tae whimper. Yes, young master, Tae whispered with teary eyes. Jungkook patted his cheeks while smirking. Good boy, now go to your room and change, Jungkook said, leaving Taehyung there. Jungkook changed his clothes and angrily drove to the event. His plan of taking Taehyung with him ruined. He was angry, furious, jealous, but he don't know what he should do about this feeling. He drink a lot to control his anger, thinking why can't he understand? Why can't he be with me only? Wait for me, smile for me. In his hazy state, he left the event, his furious mind planning something dark. He ordered the staff to vacate his mansion tonight except Kim Taehyung. Only fish security guards should stay outside. Tae was asleep in his room, unaware of the storm walking inside the mansion. As Jungkook ordered, the mansion was silent. He stepped towards Tae's room. There he was, sleeping innocently after ruining his mood, his mind, his heart. Jungkook hovered over Tae's sleeping body. He looked at the soft, pouty lips. He rubbed them with his fingers. So soft. Jungkook whispered. Jungkook lost control and started kissing Tae deeply, whose eyes opened with a sudden touch. Mm, young master, he tried to speak while pushing Jungkook's chest, who backed up. Jungkook's eyes were red, dark, and filled with something dangerous. That terrified Tae and his sleepy state. He pushed Jungkook strongly from the bed. Jungkook stumbled back, watching Taehyung ran away from the room. He smiled, getting up, thinking this was a game of chase. Stop, Kim Taehyung. Stop right there. I will chase you in seconds if I want. Jungkook shouted from behind to Taehyung, who was climbing stairs in fear. Fear for himself. They did not stop. He ran upstairs, trying harder, unlocked the doors, but his bad luck, the doors were locked. Goosebump. He felt goosebumps as he found Jungkook standing just behind himself. Got you, Jungkook whispered, kissing his nape softly while grabbing Tae from back. No, leave me. Tae thrashed wildly in his hold, but it triggered Jungkook. His temper flared and he dragged Taehyung to his room. I wanted to be gentle with you, but no. You like it rough, right? Jungkook shouted As he locked the door of his room, he grabbed Tae by his arms, dragging him to the bed in the middle. But Tae protested, grabbing the door handle. But all in vain. Jungkook, with one strong pull, threw Tae on the bed. Now, be a good boy, okay? Jungkook coaxed Tae while cupping his cheeks. He again leaned to kiss him, but Tae turned his head away. No, Jungkook, please. Tae tried softly, controlling his tears. Jungkook looked into his teary eyes, his expressions turning a little soft. Why? Why I'm trying to love you? Why can't you cooperate? Jungkook asked, still laying above Taehyung's small body. Because you are not in right mind, Jungkook. Please stop. Tae wiped his tears. Okay, okay, if I don't behave like this, if I stop, then will you be mine? Will you love me? Jungkook asked so innocently, removing himself from above Taehyung and sitting beside him. Tae, too, sat beside Jungkook, his hands free now, and Jungkook was silent, expecting an answer from him. But if I ask for time, I don't even know your real self. You are my master and I am just a servant. How can I trust you? Prove it to me. Give me time. Show me that what you feel is real and not a lie. Then, then I will love you. They replied slowly, his voice soft, afraid to break the fragile bubble. He and Jungkook was inside. Jungkook nodded, accepting Tae's every word. Okay, I will prove it to you. I love you. I truly do. My feelings are real, Tae. Jungkook said, feeling sleepy suddenly. Can I hug you tonight? Jungkook asked, hopefully. Please, he again asked. Okay. Tae nodded and Jungkook pulled Tae into his chest, hugging him, laying on the bed, closing his eyes. Tae, exhausted after the run and chase or whatever happened tonight, slept too. Next morning, Tae found himself entangled in Jungkook's arms, and Jungkook's big muscular body was half above him. Yeah, he is so heavy, they said, kicking Jungkook's body, trying to stand up. And after a lot of struggle, he freed himself from Jungkook. Getting up, he changed into fresh clothes and made a hangover soup for Jungkook. Jungkook got up, hearing the sweet voice of Tae calling, young master, get up. Jungkook got up, looking at Tae, who gave him hangover soup. Master, I brought you this, Tae said sweetly. Jungkook dressed the soup and got up to change his clothes that were smelling. Oh, what the fuck? Did I really do all this yesterday? Jungkook grabbed his head tightly, embarrassed and scared of Taehyung as he remembered what he did last night. Slowly he walked out of bathroom to see Taehyung sitting on his bed, staring at him so sweetly. Young master, did you remember what happened last night? They asked when Jungkook approached him. Yes, Tae, I can explain. Jungkook was cut off by a harsh slap on his left cheek by Taehyung, who was controlling his anger from the morning itself. This is for what you did. How dare you? Because you are rich, you think you can play with me? Huh? They said, his voice sharp as Jungkook looked down in shame. I am sorry, Tae. Jungkook whispered to him. No. Jungkook, stop this sorries. You said you love me, Tae asked. Yes, I do. Jungkook confessed. So, why did not you say it before? Why? Why you behaved like a monster last night? They asked again. Because I was an idiot. But please, forgive me. I will never do that again. Jungkook dropped on his knees. You should have at least talked to me because I liked you too. But you were my master. They confessed, feeling small, exposing his weakness to Jungkook. Oh, Tae, I'm sorry. You don't have to worry about our status. To me, you are my hard-working Tay. You do a job, not something shameful. So I am proud of you. Jungkook pulled Tae in a hug, patting his back. Okay, I will forgive you, but promise me you will not break my heart. Never lie to me and confess whatever you are feeling to me freely. Tae asked. Jungkook nodded, packing Tae's hand, a gesture so gentle, so genuine, and full of love. And they knew happy life. The end. Bye, guys.